obwohl es so idyllisch hier ist, direkt am See Genezareth.
Although the location by the Sea of Galilee is idyllic, the tense situation is palpable. On one hand, no one wants to talk to the camera, and on the other hand, I just met a farm worker who, despite the intense heat, was wearing a bulletproof vest while working.
Israel befindet sich in der Krise. Und damit ist nicht nur der
Israel is in crisis, and this isn't just about the war in Gaza. It's also about the ripple effects that the war has caused. The agricultural sector is experiencing a severe labor shortage. Many foreign workers, fearing escalation, have left the country and returned home. Additionally, Israel is also facing a shortage of Arab workers.
Aber fehlen Israel auch arabische Kräfte, denn vor dem 7. Oktober
Before the October 7th massacre, many people from Gaza and the West Bank came to Israel to work in agriculture, particularly in the fields. Due to the bloody pogrom and the ongoing war, most of them can no longer work in Israel. This situation is a significant burden for the country. Not only is Israel focused on the war in the south, but it is also struggling to keep supply chains running.
Mittelversorgung gesichert ist und natürlich
The nation is fighting to secure its food supply and is striving to maintain its independence. In the national interest, Israel is making various efforts to boost its agricultural sector.
So sind zum Beispiel immer wieder IT-Fachkräfte oder aber auch Angestellte.
For example, IT specialists and healthcare workers are regularly out in the fields, assisting farmers. However, this cannot be a long-term solution. These helpers lack the necessary training and experience in agriculture. Moreover, with so many people being called up as military reservists, IT and medical companies are already facing staff shortages, and they cannot continue to operate with even fewer employees. Despite all these challenges, I made an interesting observation. Foreigners are flocking to Israel from all over the world. These are people who want to contribute out of solidarity with the Jewish state. I visited a small group of German volunteers in the north of Israel who were assisting on a private farm, doing their best to help the Jewish state avoid a food crisis.
Typisch israelisch ist die Farm deshalb,
The small farm near the Sea of Galilee was typical of Israel, not only because they grew vegetables that later end up on supermarket shelves, but also because the farm utilizes innovative technologies. Israel is renowned for its innovative capabilities. The small farm I visited was working on alternative water supply systems to make agriculture in arid regions less dependent on weather conditions. Interestingly, the tech farm sells many of its water systems to Arab countries, which, thanks to Israeli innovation, are now better able to supply their populations independently. Peace prospers when trade is free. The system that the farm sells worldwide operates as follows. Instead of being planted in soil, the plants grow in a nutrient solution that flows through water pipes. This system enables farmers to save up to 80% of water and up to 70% of fertilizer. In addition to the innovative approach, I was particularly interested in the volunteer work done by European citizens. They were responsible for harvesting crops and also took care of cleaning and maintaining the facility itself. This was necessary because the small tech farm was also facing a labor shortage. The importance of agriculture to national security has been demonstrated in Ukraine, and it is becoming increasingly clear in Israel as well that a certain degree of self-sufficiency is essential for maintaining autonomy, especially in times of war.
Es ist schon ein einmaliger Anblick.
It is a unique experience to see young people who come from completely different sectors in Europe getting their hands dirty in Israeli agriculture. They have no prior connection to farming, yet they are now assisting the Jewish state, defying the looming threat of war that overshadows the north of the country.
Und der Kriegsgefahr, die ja die ganze Zeit besteht, auch zu trotzen. Und da wird einem dann auch bewusst, dass die Menschen, die herkommen,
These young volunteers are not only prepared to lend a hand, but also to risk their lives.
Yes, just let us know and then we'll come there. Perfect. Thank you so much for today. Have a nice evening, and then we'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
perfect.
Good.
You'll be okay.
Good.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
In Germany,
We don't feel the need to come up with innovative ideas or be particularly creative because we're not in a crisis situation. I find it both exciting and tragic that it often takes an emergency to inspire initiative and encourage thinking outside the box. Innovation, it seems, only arises from necessity.
And you've noticed this while working?
Yes, I have. For instance, I said, we can save 80% of water and 70% of fertilizer. But in Germany, we don't implement these changes because we have plenty of water and fertilizer, and we stick to the way we've always done things.
Wie effektiv die Hilfe der ausländischen Kräfte ist,
It is difficult to tell how effective this foreign assistance will prove to be. However, I can say that the supermarket shelves remain stocked. There have been ongoing discussions about whether the agricultural crisis can be resolved. So far, though, the country has managed to ensure food security and is making significant efforts to continue doing so in the future.